Facebook appears to have lost control of its data. A researcher appears to have taken more than 50 million people's profiles and handed it over to a data analytics company, which then turned around and used it for political advertising, both in the Brexit campaign and in the 2016 election. So what we're learning is that Facebook hasn't been able to keep control of our data very well, and it didn't do much in between to make sure it was safe once they found out it was taken out. Cambridge Analytica is a data analytics company that worked with a university researcher who created an app that ostensibly gave you a personality quiz, but actually was designed to take your information and that of your friends from Facebook and then hand it over to this research company, this data analytics company, which turned around and used it for political advertising. This company, by the way, says that it has information on 230 million American voters. That's pretty much all of us. So that is what they're using to work with political campaigns. Cambridge Analytica received this information from the researcher, and that's where this gets bad. So the university researcher created this app. People wanted to use the app. They log in, they give him access to their information. So far, everything is above board. That's totally normal for Facebook. Where it gets bad is that he then handed that information over to another person without asking any of us. And that is where it's against Facebook's rules. Facebook says app developers can receive information about you, whatever, doesn't matter, but once they hand it over to someone else, that's where they're breaking the rules. Christopher Wylie is one of the researchers who actually worked with Cambridge Analytica and is now the whistleblower who has basically blown the lid off this whole thing. Donald Trump's campaign actually worked with Cambridge Analytica for a while. Steve Bannon, his chief strategist in the White House, was an advisor for them. The Mercer family, who helped fund his campaign, was also involved with Cambridge Analytica. So there's a lot involved here. The White House tells CBS News that the Trump campaign did not use Cambridge Analytica during the general election. But during the primaries, the company helped Trump figure out what kind of messaging to use, where to go, and how to do advertising. At the end of the day, your data is being accessed by all sorts of different people, app developers, researchers, all sorts of things. The problem is Facebook doesn't always tell us. And in this case, Facebook found out 3 years ago that this company had supposedly broken its rules and taken 50 million people's profiles. And when they told them to delete it, the New York Times reporting says that they lied. So there's a problem here. Facebook isn't being fully forthright with all of us, and it turns out that possibly a huge leak of information happened that none of us are comfortable with.